As a human, some of our bad habits either does not die or die very hard. Simply because we start enjoying these bad habits, or we can say we start finding comfort in these bad habits. One such bad habit many of us harbor from our student days, that is studying very hard in the exam days or previous days, maybe whole night before the exam. And these acts most of the time does not give the great results, or we can say we are not in our best in during the examination. But we find it more handy and more habitual. In pharma business, we tend to collect all the orders in last days, and that too in the evening. On the similar line, we bill these orders till late night or late evening, you can say, and sometime we extend the closing also maybe by one day or 2 days or maybe 3 days, and the whole night also billing goes on. In the past, some pictures were circulating on the social media or on the WhatsApp where pharma professionals were sleeping in the warehouse or the godown of the different C&F. People laugh it out, but there is hardly correction. Sometimes professionals enjoy party or boozing hard on the closing nights, and that also becomes a kind of regular affair. See, if I have not done the sale throughout the month, one evening or one day will not going to make a difference. We all knows that. But even then, most of the people does not follow it or does not correct it. One major difference from the student days analogy here is that in those days, our parents or our teacher tell the student to study throughout the year and don't focus on the night before. But in the professional life, most of the seniors don't tell that. But they want the numbers, whether you bring in the last day or 2 days back or even after closing extension. And that's where one need to understand where the difference between the parents, teacher and the boss or in the professional life. That's something to really learn about and seeing our own habits. For smaller companies or smaller divisions, sometimes it may be little compulsion to bring the major order in the closing, as their sale is low, the stockists give the one order during the entire month, and sometimes these company products are also a little bit short. But that is not the case of most of the companies or the major companies. So this late night billing culture or the closing extending culture does not increase the sale, as this becomes the cycle, because in some month, if you're billing till 3rd or 4th of the next month or even up to 2nd also, or in fact even late night, even 30th or 31st also, next month the billing start by 15th or so. But the whole process, the whole cycle, it hurt the organization many different indirect ways. I'll just mention there are few ways which it indirectly affect the companies. The number one is that this spoils the relationship between different hierarchies. When you're doing late night billing or one day you're asking for all the orders, it is not going to happen smoothly. People abuse each other and people fight with each other. So obviously, as a working relationship gets spoiled. Secondly, this makes us on too much focus on the sales management, or you can say stock transfer, not in the demand generation, or not as you can say demand creation or the customer conversion. When 2 days, 3 days in a month we are doing this thing, this affects our habit of the rest of the month also. Thirdly, this reduces our actual field working days. If suppose in any month, in 2 days or 3 days, we are in the process of collecting all the orders or even collecting outstanding, so we are not doing the field work, we are not working on the customers. And this makes almost 10% of our entire month field working days. So at 10% or 15% of your working days gone because you are doing all this business. See, fourth point is that this increase in the market outstanding, because sometime either this stock was not required or this was sent without the stockist concept, or it's additional goods. Stockist normally will not give the payment until unless his goods are liquidated or he does not get the orders for that. So increase the market outstanding, which companies suffer otherwise. Fifth point is that this increased saleable goods returns, or you can say even expiry also. Once we are pushing goods which are not required in the market or sometimes not given order by the stockist, he tends to send it back and does not send back in good shape or in the good condition, and most of the time does not pay for the transport also. And this excess stock even result in the more expiries also. Point number 6, this increased attrition of the people, because many people are not comfortable with this culture, or they feel too much of the pressure, their work-life balance got spoiled, and hence people start leaving also. Point number 7, this disturb our entire inventory system because we are doing kind of fake sale. So that day if billing is happening and normally people put the order of those products which are not there in their stock, next month company is arranging all those orders. So inventory buildup is more difficult in such case because sale is normally inconsistent in such cases. So there's cost to company for the building more inventory. Point number 8, there is a fake order for the rate approval because that day many of the rate approval order comes whether from the doctors or from the institutions because my sale is not happening. I ask for the more rate and senior also under pressure than approving rate, and once I get this fake order rate, then I may supply to whether it's my city or the neighbor city or the neighboring state, wherever it is possible. So a lot of fake sale or fake orders are generated on that day. Point number 9, there is wrong billing and their cost because C&F staff also, they're also human being. Once they're billing so much, making so much billing on same day, there is more chance of mistake in the billing, and this goods go back and come back entire at the company cost. So that's again an indirect cost. Point number 10, there is a fake document of the payment, or you can say fake document of doctor supply because that day we ask for the payment proof of the last supplies also, and then proof of the doctor supply also in case of institutional business and all. And people tend to submit the fake orders or even fake proof, and sometimes fake payment proof also, maybe giving check photocopy or even deposit photocopy, which actually does not take place. So which further lead to another set of the issues, and then like this many more I can go on counting it. But question comes, is there way out? Or is there any solution to that? Yes, there is. In fact, I have done it in many of the assignments successfully. And I have learned it from Pharma long back when I was working there in the decade of 90s. Although I'm not fully aware of what are their current practices, but those days, the different division used to have closing on different days. Some division used to close on 10th of the month, some division used to close on 20th of the month, some division used to close on 30th of the month. And when they say closing means, this is closing for field point of view. Company billing continues. So suppose my division those days used to close on 20th. So 21st also billing will happen, but I will get the credit of this billing for my next month. So billing cycle for me changed from 21st to 20th, but for company for accounting purpose it remained from 1st to 30th only. And in fact after that I've tried in my different assignment making closing on 20th or 25th, and it has been very successful. It's very smooth. And I can say it has got multiple benefit of closing earlier, closing a different date, and believe me, I have not seen any negative side of this. And obviously it does not take lead it to any kind of night billing, any kind of closing extension. You can close evening by 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and you can move to your place, and much more peacefully, much more with the team building. I hope this kind of thought will make you to think about and how you can correct your this billing cycles and make it better. And wherever from Dezin consulting point of view, if anywhere I can be of any help to any company correcting these cycles and correcting this kind of habit, I'll be more than happy.